Edo State government don tok say federal government of Nigeria don abandon Edo State for the fight against Lassa fever. Commissioner for Communication and Orientation, Chris Naekari, na im tok dis one after the State Executive Council meeting. Naekari say the state don try to do talk with federal government sake of the high rate of Lassa fever case for the state, but federal government no reply, and na Edo man na be the Minister for Health.
I'm sure you have all been following the unfortunate incidences of the infection of Lassa fever. And now the state government has tried everything with its powers to tackle this outbreak. We have reached out to the federal government, but to all intents and purposes has abandoned Edo State government and its people in this issue. Lassa fever, as today, we have over 50 people infected with this disease in Edo, and we have a 5% case fatality rate, which is very high, even compared to COVID. I'm sure you all are aware that the Minister of Health is from Edo State. With all pleas and entities to the federal government for intervention in this very challenging outbreak, apparently it has fallen on deaf ears. Having hit a brick wall, we are constrained to reach out to international intervention agencies, such as the World Health Organization, UNICEF, and any other international organization with a mandate to intervene in infectious disease outbreak. As a government, we have written several letters to the Ministry of Health, to the Center for Disease Control, to all the people involved in health issues to come and intervene, come and assist, but also fight this outbreak. But unfortunately, they have abandoned us. This press briefing really is us crying out to the international agencies to intervene quickly before the situation gets worse. We have reached out to the World Health Organization and will thank them for the intervention which they are providing right now. UNICEF also is also involved, and all other infectious disease agencies that has the mandate for the control. You might be wondering why Edo State is reaching out. You know that the Otivo Hospital was purposely built for this Lassa fever as an infectious center. In Stella Obasanjo in Edo State, we have a very well-equipped isolation ward that is very functional. We have the doctors. When there was COVID, we saw the way the world quickly jumped in to make sure this spread is contained and everybody works together to eradicate it. Now we're having an outbreak here in Edo of Lassa fever, which is prevalent in about 3 or 4 local governments in Edo State. We have been fighting this thing since the last outbreak. We've written letters, we've talked to the management of the federal government, the ministries, but I think our minister, our son, is not pushed, is not interested, or seems not to be interested in things to help us fight this outbreak. So we are asking you people to help us, talk to them, and also reach out to all those of you that have contacts in the health industry. We are doing our best as a government because we cannot fight this alone. It's not restricted to Edo State, but federal government has to show concern. When there's an outbreak, they take charge. So it's very serious. We are fighting it. We are having deaths daily on this matter. So we need intervention urgently.
On top the Igweben train attack, Naekari tok say dem don rescue the remaining 2 victims when Tifi Jankoriko gbab for the train station, and dem don arrest suspects wey include community chiefs.
A success story is the issue of the Igweben kidnapping. We're pleased to announce that the last 2 victims have been rescued, and 7 suspects in custody, including 2 village chiefs. So we want to thank the press for the support they gave us in the last 1 week, at least, the last 1.5 weeks on this hostage. The way you've managed the information, the way you've reported it, Edo State government is grateful, and we thank you very much.
Nekari constitute mount on top noise pollution from churches, mosques, nightclubs when them build near schools and people houses. He talks, say,
businesses that generate sound, churches built near schools, nightclubs, hotels, mosques. We have a lot of them making noise and disturbing the environment and the area. In October last year, we called most of these people, the proprietors, to a meeting where we told them that they need to provide soundproofing so that their sound is kept within their premises and is not a nuisance to other users. In January this year, we have now issued a letter detailing the designs and the kind of soundproofing that needs to be provided. And we've given these proprietors and these businesses till March 31st for them to provide these soundproofing to help us manage sound in Edo State. This is not just a notice to them to act. They have 3 months from January. But we actually told them since last year, October. So technically they've had 6 months. We want to live in a sane society. A society where our children are allowed to study in school, where our parents can have a good night's rest after work, where our citizens do not have to go through the disturbance of people or nightclubs blaring their music 2 a.m. in a residential area. We want to have a society where rested people are the most productive people. And having a city like Edo where we can have our economy is getting bigger, we're inviting foreigners to come and live and work amongst us. We have to provide an environment that's enabling for them to be able to achieve not just their business circle, but to live a good life.
Crusoe Saige will be the special advisor to the governor for media project constitute mount for the Lassa fever matter for Edo State.
This is an official issue, so it's not a question of informal phone calls. We have sent messages to the NCDC. We have sent message. We have met the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency officials. We have also sent messages to the Federal Ministry of Health itself, headed by our son, the Minister of Health, and we have not received any, reasonable response since then that is helping us in tackling this very serious challenge. So in our opinion, we believe that the Honorable Minister Hanire has left us to our fate, and so we are now calling on international agencies, the World Health Organization, UNICEF, with any agency whatsoever in the international community that has a mandate for responding to infectious disease outbreak, like the Honorable Commissioner said, we are asking for help so that they can come and support our response to improve the outcome.
Omo Aluke Ajakaye, TMC TV News. Make una remember say your PVC and your power. No tell I'm give any politician on election day.